The Catalogue of Tools is one of the deliverables of the project. And in our presentation today, you're going to see the process of this Catalogue of Tools. We had one version. Sara is going to present the first version of the Catalogue of Tools. Then after some discussions, Cesar and the rest of the team started working on a final version of the Catalogue of Tools. And finally, Cesar is going to give you a sneak peek of what we're working on, because the idea is for the Catalogue of Tools to be online, for everybody to be able to access it. So I'll give the floor to Sara and Cesar.
Hola, buenos días. Good morning, sorry. So, as Yadira was saying, I'm going to explain the first steps of our Catalogue of Tools. And when I was thinking about this presentation, I realized that I needed to go back to 2023. And so this was one of the task forces of the IMAT project, and in the beginning we were 4 universities of the consortium involved in developed how this catalog would be. So the group was formed by UCSP from Peru, my university, Vilnius Tech from Lithuania, Técnico from Portugal, and HGH from Poland. So we had in the beginning 5 meetings, and the goal of these meetings were to think how we can develop a document that can help mobility teams to better organize their structure, their work, how we could have good practices from our universities, from the consortium, and to bring these activities as a good practices for other teams. So in the beginning, we developed this template for help our institutions to reflect about this activity. So I'm not going into detail to this, it's just to see the path that we were involved at that time. So all the partners contributed, they fill out this template, and then we had a lot of good practices about from our mobility teams, from our internationalization teams. So in the end, I'm not going into detail, as I said, but as you can see, all the partners participating in this process, and in the end, we were some kind of evaluating which groups we could develop for all of these activities. So this analysis results in these 5 points. So we thought that all of our universities worked with management of internationalization, obviously, and technology. Some of our partners, and as you could see in these 2 days of conference, we had some platforms that help us to make our work better and easier. So management and technology. Then we understood that a lot of our partners work with internationalization of the curriculum, so it made sense for us to have this section, let's say, as well. Then student mobility, of course, the majority of us is one of the most important activities, so it should be in this catalog. Then faculty and staff mobility. And finally, it was very interesting that we gave a lot of importance to the communication of our activities. it's important to have social media, to have our web pages updated. So this was the final topic that we included in our catalog of tools. So this was the first structure, let's say, of our catalog. So we had, of course, the introduction, the explanation of the IMAT project, and how to use this catalog. This is a structure that continues in this final version that Cesar will explain in a minute. So we had this introduction and then the 5 topics of the catalog. Then this was more or less the visual part of our catalog. As I said, for each cluster, each topic, we had like a description of, in this case, what internationalization of the curriculum is. And then we had orientations to pursue this internationalization of the curriculum. For example, here we have assessing the institution identity, values, and mission. So for us to work internationalization of the curriculum, we need to know about this topic. And then some recommendations about how to achieve this. So in 2023, we had this first draft of our catalog, and then we went to Lithuania for our workshop that had the objective of working on this document. So at that time, we had 2 people from each university, from the mobility teams, that had this document in their hands, and then they start discussing about the content of the document. All of them gave recommendations, new ideas to the document. And this was the result. For each topic of the catalog, we had interactive activity. So for example, for the first, we had 2 activities, the Miro platform, and then we worked with the Prezi platform as well. And these continue with the other topics. For student mobility, there was a very good discussion about good practices, what works, and other activities that maybe are not that easy for the academic mobility teams to work with. Then for faculty and mobility, the same. And finally, internationalization communication had its own activities as well. So this was how we end the first version of the Catalogue of Tools. But of course, a lot of questions started appearing when we were working in this first version of the catalog. And for example, something that came to our minds was all the mobility teams in the different universities, they are not in the same stage. So maybe we could talk about levels, and this is something that you'll see in the new version of the catalogs, because there are some international offices that are older because the universities are older as well, and others that start working maybe some years ago. So this was the stages that we thought that could be included in our catalog for the document to be easier to use from other universities. We thought of using colors as well. This didn't happen, but what I want to emphasize here is it was that after the first version of the catalog, some questions appeared, and this was when the second version of the catalog was start being worked, and this was when Cesar start with the other document, and you will see that this one was like a simple approach. Now, and considering that the IMAT emphasized digitalization and the use of technology, now we have another conception of the Catalogue of Tools. And now I will give the floor to Cesar, and he will explain to you how the catalog is nowadays.
Okay. So the thing was that I thought I will not read the PDF. It's a long PDF. Our project is innovative mobility attractive tools. So we had to have some innovation behind our deliverable. So I thought it would be a good idea to have a version that is online, fully accessible for everyone, that is not a PDF, just a PDF, but a bit more than that. But there is a challenge there. Who is going to design this? Who is going to organize this? Who's going to make it interactive, hosted on a server and everything? There is a bunch of technical questions behind a decision like that. But we decided to go for it. And another aspect is when you have a PDF, when you have a document, it's a document that is static. It's on the web. You can download it, you can read it, but it's static. It doesn't change. But a catalog of tools for the day and age that we are in needs to be interactive, needs to be alive, needs to be able to be updated, to have more. We're always having more ideas. We're always discovering new strategies to make our work better. So the idea was to have a tool that allows us to update it, to keep it alive. And it's, again, a factor that can contribute to the legacy of the project. Like if we have a thing that makes us go back to the IMAT website, IMAT will still be alive in hopefully a few more years. So we can go back, visit the website, read our products, add more products, more recommendations, more orientations, more tools. Yes, that was the main idea of having a digital version of the catalog of tools. And then it comes the aspect of how to organize the content, how to make it useful for different kinds of universities, even within our own consortium. We are 9 universities. We have public universities, we have private universities, we have small ones, we have big ones, we have new ones, we have old ones. So how to provide content that it's useful for everyone, at least some aspect of it. So in internationalization, as Sarah explained, there are some aspects that are always there. So communication, mobility, staff, internationalization of the curriculum, and digitalization of internationalization. So these 5 aspects are the 5 ones that we are considering in the first version of the digital catalog of tools. Of course, as I said, this could be updated, more aspects could be included, content could be merged or divided. Yes, but we are working at the beginning with these 5 aspects. And then it comes the maturity model that we are calling, recognizing the fact that some universities are starting their internationalization. They are just coming up with their first strategies for internationalizing certain aspect of the university. Then we have developing universities that have already some experience, that are looking for new ways to implement changes and need an extra factor to improve even more. And then we have advanced universities that have lots of experience, that have done many things, that their internationalization is present in different aspects of the university. Universities that have a culture of internationalization already present throughout the institution. So those are advanced universities. And then all of these types of universities, according to their level, could come to the catalog of tools and could find something useful. So 5 aspects, 5 core aspects, and 3 maturity levels. That is those are the factors that are behind the organization of content. And now, I think it could be a good idea if I showed you the mock-up that we have. So if people at the switch can help me to load the page, it could be a good moment now. And the thing is, okay, I was telling you, who is going to do this? Who is going to take care of the technical aspect of the work? So I'm sure you've heard of ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and all of these AI providers. Nowadays, it's super easy to go and give a prompt to these tools, and they will make it happen very fast. At least to have a first idea, a visible, clickable version of the thing. If you use AI, I think you can get it. So I used ChatGPT at the beginning to make it happen. It was good. It was a nice version, but these things are changing so fast these days that I found out that there are more tools that could make it even easier. So I switched to another tool called Gemini. I'm not doing advertising here, but it works better now. So I use Gemini to come up with a version that you're going to see. This is the thing. Gemini there. So this is going to be inside the current IMAT website that we have. And as you can see on the left side, if you can help me back there, at the left side we have the aspects of internationalization that we were talking about: student mobility, staff mobility, communication, digitalization. They are there. If you can click in any of them, you will see that the content will change. Can you click on digitalization of internationalization, for example? The first one, can you click on the first one on the left-hand side? On the left, can you click? Sorry. Okay, so if you click the first one, you see the content changes. At the right, you have the maturity level. Can you, well, you have starting, developing, and advanced. So if you're starting university, you have the orientations there. If you're advanced, the orientations that apply to you load, and then you can click on one orientation, and then you will see that the recommendations will show down there. Yes, the strategic recommendations are here. And if you want actionable tools, you can click on the tools and you can download the tools. So if you want to do an analysis and you don't know how to do it, you can click there and then you will have a template. And or if you are looking for a management software, then we will give you recommendations. You can click there and watch and visit the website of the software that we are recommending. So everything is organized there. It is easily accessible, and it could be updated. If you pay attention on the right-hand side, on the top corner, there's a button that says Edit Content. So the ones that are going to manage this website can click on the button Edit Content, and then they will have it very easy to update the information that is loaded there. So can you click on the right upper corner, the Edit Content button? Yes. And you see you are in the orientation, and you can add recommendations or add tools, or maybe edit the ones that are already there, or erase them. So things could be updated, changed, If something becomes obsolete, we can erase it. If there are more tools, new platforms that come, we can also update the information. And that's it. That's how it works. Then another aspect is it has a search bar at the top. So you can, if you're interested in internationalization of the curriculum, you can find a keyword there, and then the things will load and show whatever you're looking for. Yes, and in the end, I should have shown you this before, but there on the left side of the tool, at the bottom, there is a button that says how to use the COT. So you click it, and then there are basic explanations for you how to use it. We are saying that the Catalogue of Tools is designed to be intuitive and user-friendly, and instead of having a document, we're offering this interactive tool, and then we show the maturity level, so how it works, who should make use of any of the levels, and how do we structure the content. Orientations that are broad, strategic goals, recommendations that are specific suggestions, and tools that are actionable resources and files that you can download or use to help you implement the changes that you're after. And that's it. You will think it's a lot of work, but AI can make the difference, actually. It's very good. So this is the future of the Catalogue of Tools. We plan to implement this within our website and make it available for everyone next year. Okay, so that was it.
Thank you, Cesar and Sara. Okay, so this is the other deliverable that we have from the project. I don't know if anybody has any questions, or would you like to ask something either to Sara or to Cesar about it?
Hello, great presentation. Cesar, did you use Gemini, like it's a pro version, or what the platform that you created, the visual, you know?
Yes, everything is free. It's crazy. I use just the Gemini free version, and yeah, it took me 3 prompts to make it happen. But the key, I think, is you have to have a clear idea. So the thing is, we had a clear idea of what we wanted, and we just need to describe it in detail, and then it can happen. Yeah.
Hi, really nice job, Cesar. Just 2 questions. First, will this be open to everybody to use it? And I guess that power button there to make changes would be something that were like limited to an admin, right? But the whole system would be open to other universities besides the ones from IMET, right?
Yes, that's the idea, to have it available for everyone. The IMAT website is publicly accessible, so this tool will be publicly
will not require login and
no, it will not require login to access to read the content. But if you wanna, of course, if you wanna change,
then
just certain people will have access.
Yes.
May I? Wonderful job, guys. Really impressive. Proud of you all. But my question is, it just came to me now. Once someone from outside the project uses this, he goes to the website and goes to the Catalogue of Tools and starts using. Is there any concern about giving credits to using, for instance, a Catalogue of Tools for their internationalization plan? So giving credits to the IMAT project, is there any concern about that?
I actually didn't consider that, because the spirit of the tool is to help universities that need help need guidance. So it would be nice if they mentioned that they got the information from
Yeah.
from
so
us. But
maybe just an observation or something like, if you use it, well, it's free. You can use it. It's a tool. It's a catalog tool to help others. But make sure that if you are using it, you mention the project, or you mention the I don't know, something. Yes, please cite something like that.
Commons license. Yeah, you can put
make a donation. Yes, that would be
you
great.
can put a Creative Commons license down there, like the one that you are free to use, but you have to
Okay.
mention. Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
yes. There is one for software, one for yeah. So you can do that, and that would be nice. Right?
We can use the same category like Wikipedia, for example, because they have the BY, CC, and so on. So there are, if I could remember, there are 8 or 10 different categories, and it shouldn't be, in my opinion, it shouldn't be added here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect. So if there are no more questions, do we have any questions online? No? Okay. So if we don't have any more questions, let's take a break. And I'll see you back at 11 o'clock to continue with Dr. Lucian, who will also help us guide the catalog of tools and some takeaways for mobility. So see you back at 11.